They start the drive with Cook. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Play action now. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The Vikings had 8 and 6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's putted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the give is Nwangu. Down to the 25.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Now Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
This defense not budging, back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Throw left side, take it. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's got some space here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Credit Zadarius Smith, able to get through and make that tackle for a loss.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Good route here.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Play fake, Cousins. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. To throw is Cousins. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. On play action, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. Cook. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to Barkley on the check down. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that one complete to Hodgins. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch. Gain of 25 yards. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Done. Hey, we're good, we're good. First.
Throwing, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Dancing to his left.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he appears to be about 2 feet short of 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Going quickly out to the right side. And some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. It's Barkley on the counter. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Barkley. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go play action. Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Vikings. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jones now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly are loading up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Off the play fake, Cousins out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly, and this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Vikings field goal of 46 yards.
The kick by Joseph is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
But what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
18 yards the gain for number 18.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 57 yards. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point try good by Gano. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Giants 17.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Cousins now. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
A first down carry for Barkley. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think think he had designs on that one being bigger.
37-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, no, he's easy. First.
Cousins. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jeff. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 24-24. Graham Gano to kick off 44.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They run again on first down. Cook, 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense are saying go right ahead with those. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Cousins. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Now Cousins. Oh, no, he lost the football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Here's a sneak with Jones. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now.
Vikings 24.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers.
He's got a man complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He's back to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense.